The story of Gerald Cotten and the collapse of QuadrigaCX is one of the most bizarre chapters in financial history. It's a tale that shifts from a tragic medical emergency to a massive digital manhunt, fueled by the fact that when Cotten died, he supposedly took the keys to the kingdom and $215 million with him. 1. The death in Jaipur. In December 2018, 30-year-old Gerald Cotten, the CEO of Canada's largest crypto exchange, was on his honeymoon in India with his wife, Jennifer Robertson. Just 9 days into the trip, Cotten was rushed to a hospital in Jaipur with severe stomach pain. He was diagnosed with complications from Crohn's disease, and within 24 hours he was declared dead from cardiac arrest. His body was embalmed and flown back to Canada for a closed-casket funeral. 2. The digital grave. The real chaos began a month later, in January 2019, when QuadrigaCX officially announced Cotten's death. The bombshell? Cotten was reportedly the only person who had the recovery keys to the company's cold wallets offline storage, where the majority of the customers' funds were kept. The loss: approximately 115,000 users found their accounts frozen. The amount, roughly $215 million SAD, 160 M plus USD, vanished into thin air. The laptop. His widow claimed that despite hiring experts, they couldn't bypass the encryption on his laptop to find the keys. 3. The manhunt and the skeptics. The manhunt wasn't for a living person at first, but for the truth. Internet sleuths on Reddit and Telegram began digging, and the story started to unravel. Several red flags emerged that suggested Cotten might have faked his own death. The timing. Cotten had signed his will just 12 days before he died, leaving everything to his wife. The name, his death certificate in India spelled his name incorrectly as "Cotten." The past. It was revealed that Cotten had a history of involvement in Ponzi schemes as a teenager, and his co-founder, Michael Patron, had a criminal past involving identity theft. The empty wallets. When auditors, Ernst & Young, finally gained access to the cold wallets, they found they were empty. The money hadn't been lost with a password, it had been moved out months before Cotten ever went to India. 4. The official verdict: old-fashioned fraud. In 2020, the Ontario Securities Commission, OSC, released a report that stripped away the mystery. They concluded that QuadrigaCX wasn't just a failing business, it was a Ponzi scheme. What happened at Quadriga was an old-fashioned fraud wrapped in modern technology. OSC report: Cotten had been using customer funds to trade on other exchanges, losing a fortune in the process. He created fake accounts on his own platform to trade with ghost money, essentially gambling away his clients' life savings to fund a lavish lifestyle of private jets, luxury cars, and real estate. Current status: despite a formal request from lawyers representing the victims to exhume Cotten's body to confirm his identity, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, has not publicly carried it out. While most investigators believe he is indeed dead, likely succumbing to the stress of his collapsing empire, the lack of an autopsy and the missing millions mean that for many, the crypto king will always be a ghost. Would you like